Hare Krishna.
Prasadeva Bhavatoriya Yahara Prasadeva Bhavatoriya Krishna prapti hoya hote Krishna prapti hoya hote Guru mukha padma vakya Chitete koriya kya Guru mukha padma vakya Chitete koriya kya Arana kori ho mane achar Arana kori ho mane achar Shri Guru Charane Rati Ese Uttama Gati Guru Charane Rati Ese Uttama Gati Shri Guru Charane Rati Ese Uttama Gati Shri Guru Charane Rati Ese Uttama Gati Je prasade pure sarvacha. Je prasade pure sarvacha. चकुदान दिल चे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चकुदान दिल चे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान निधि प्रकाशित दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति आते अविजा विनाश जाते Vede Gaya Racharita Vede Gaya Racharita Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Mando Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandho Kanat Lokara Jivana Lokanat Lokara Jivana Prabhu Karo Daya Hamare Pada Chaya Prabhu Karo Daya Hamare Pada Chaya Epechaska Skribhuvana Epechaska Skribhuvana Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Yama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pasitari Sitarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Giriraj Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, Jaya Giriraj Maharaj. Jaya Giriraj Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, Jaya Giriraj Maharaj. Jaya Giriraj Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, Jaya Giriraj Maharaj. Jaya Giriraj Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, Jaya Giriraj Maharaj. Jaya Giriraj Maharaj, Jaya Giriraj Maharaj. Jaya Giriraj Maharaj, Jaya Giriraj Maharaj. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jayam Vishnupad Paramsa Parivrajika Acharya Stotra Sri Samad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramsa Parivrajika Acharya Stotra Sri Samad His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarvati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavanda Ki Namachari Shariras Thakur Ki Sri Sat Goswami Ki Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakun Radha Kun Giri Gopadan Ki Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Sri Mathura Dham Ki Sri Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Sri Nilachal Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Gangamai Jamunamai Ki Bhakti Devi Tulasi Devi Ki to Lordship Sri Sri Radhanath Ki, Sri Giriraj Govardhan Ki, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu Gaur Hari Ki, Harinam Sankirtan Ki, Sankirtan Yagya Ki, Transcendental Book Distribution Ki, Transprasadam Distribution Ki, Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki, ISKCON Guru Vrinda Ki, Guru Parampara Ki, auspicious appearance day of His Divine Grace Srila Giriraj Swami Maharaj Ki, Srila Giriraj Swami Maharaj Mahotsav Ki, Gau Premanandi, All glories to the symbol devotees. All glories to symbol devotees. All glories to Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. It is with great joy and reverence that I stand before you today to welcome you all to this most auspicious occasion, the Vyasa Puja celebration of His Holiness Giriraja Swami. This day holds special significance in the hearts of all devotees as we come together to honor and pay our respects to our beloved spiritual master. As we gather to celebrate Vyasa Puja, we reflect on the profound impact that His Holiness Giriraja Swami had on our spiritual journeys. His teachings have illuminated the path of devotion, and his unwavering commitment to spreading the message of love and devotion of Srila Prabhupada has inspired countless souls to embark on their own spiritual quests. On this special day, let us offer our heartfelt gratitude to His Holiness Giriraja Swami for his selfless service and dedication to the spiritual upliftment of humanity. I would like to extend my warm welcome to all the devotees, friends, and well-wishers who have joined us in this Vyasa Puja celebration. Today's program will be as follows. Meaning of Vyasa Puja, Guru Maharaj Vyasa Puja offering to Srila Prabhupada, homages by devotees, welcome of Guru Maharaj to the program, homage by His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami, audio homage by His Holiness Partha Sarati Das Goswami, speech by His Holiness Indradyumna Maharaj, speech by Guru Maharaj, presentation of Guru Maharaj new book, cake cutting, Pushpanjali offering, Guru Puja, and lastly Prasadam. Without delay, I would like to introduce our inaugural speaker, Her Grace Madhuri Mataji, who is on Zoom. She will be reading the meaning of Vyasa Puja.
Hare Krishna, am I audible? Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanabhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. The meaning of Vyasa Puja. Vyasa Puja, also known as Vyasa Purnima, is a significant and sacred observance of the tradition of Bhakti Yoga, particularly within the broader Vaishnava tradition. It is a day dedicated to honoring the spiritual master, in this case, His Holiness Giriraja Swami, who is a devoted disciple of Srila Prabhupada. The term Vyasa refers to the great sage Vyasa, who is credited with compiling the Vedas and composing the Mahabharata, amongst other profound scriptures. In his own Vyasa Puja address on the divine appearance of his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, on March 2nd, 1975 in Atlanta, Srila Prabhupada said, and I quote, "So try to receive Krishna's grace through the disciplic succession, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then you will understand everything. Yasya Deva Parabhaktir, Yata Deva Taguru." This is the process, Vedic process. You should have unflinching faith in God and the spiritual master. Don't jump over God, crossing the spiritual master. Then it will be a failure. You must go through. We are observing Vyasa Puja ceremony, the birth anniversary of our Guru Maharaj. Why? We cannot understand Krishna. We cannot understand Krishna. Hang on, what happened? We cannot understand Krishna Sorry. Go on. One should have unflinching faith in God and the spiritual master. Don't jump over God, crossing the spiritual master. Then it will be a failure. You must go through. We are observing Vyasa puja ceremony. Why? Because it is the appearance. What is happening? We cannot understand Krishna without the spiritual master. This is bogus. If anyone wants to understand Krishna jumping over the spiritual master, then immediately he becomes bogus. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Guru Krishna Prasada by Bhakti Lada Beach. This is the Vedic injunction, Tadvidi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya. Bhagavad Gita 4:34. Nobody can understand Krishna without going through his most confidential servant. This is the meaning of this Vyasa puja. You cannot surpass. If you think that you have become very learned and very advanced, now you can avoid the spiritual master and you understand Krishna. This is bogus. This is the meaning of this Vyasa puja ceremony. We should always pray, Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasad, Yasya Prasad. Only by the grace of the spiritual master we can receive the grace and mercy of Krishna. This is the meaning of this Vyasa puja, offering obeisances by parampara system. The meaning of Vyasa puja for His Holiness Giriraja Swami can be understood as follows. Guru worship. Vyasa puja is a day when devotees come together to express their deep reverence and gratitude to their spiritual guide who plays a pivotal role in their spiritual journey. It is a day to acknowledge the significance of the guru-disciple relationship, symbolizing the transmission of spiritual knowledge and wisdom from one generation to the next. Connection to Srila Prabhupada. As a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, His Holiness Giriraja Swami embodies and propagates the teachings, the legacy of his own Guru. Vyasa Puja serves as an opportunity to recognize and honor this lineage, emphasizing the vital link between the current spiritual guide and the founder of the tradition. Celebration of devotion. Vyasa Puja is a festive occasion that celebrates the devotion, commitment, and selfless service of the spiritual master. It acknowledges the sacrifices made by the Guru for the spiritual upliftment of their disciples and the wider community. Inspiration for the devotees. The event inspires devotees to deepen their commitment to their spiritual path and to follow the teachings and examples set by His Holiness Giriraja Swami. It serves as a reminder of the transformative power of Bhakti Yoga and the importance of a Guru's guidance. Community bonding. Vyasa Puja brings together the spiritual community, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose. It provides an opportunity for devotees to strengthen their connections, offer their services, and collectively express their love and appreciation for the Guru. Guru as guiding light. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna himself emphasizes the role of Guru in the translation of the verse, chapter 4:34. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because he's seen the truth. This verse illuminates the Guru's role as a guiding light, leading disciples from darkness to spiritual illumination, just as a lighthouse safely guides a ship through the treacherous waters. The Guru as a cloud of mercy. Drawing from the analogy of the cloud, Srila Prabhupada often describes the Guru's mercy. In his teachings, he likens the Guru to a rain cloud that showers the nectar of spiritual knowledge upon the arid hearts of the disciples. Just as a cloud pours water on the earth, similarly the Guru initiates or sprinkles transcendental knowledge on the disciple. You have to find out such an exalted guru. He will pour transcendental knowledge. This is called Brahma Prasad, transcendental mercy. Guru as a transparent medium. In the analogy of a transparent medium, Srila Prabhupada explains the Guru's role as a pure channel for divine wisdom. He often quotes the following verse from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 19.151 by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Yara dekatara kaha Krishna Upadesh, Amara Agyana Guru Hanatara Eadesh. Translation by Prabhupada: instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Sri Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land. This verse signifies that the Guru's duty is to transparently convey the teachings of Lord Krishna without any distortion, like a pure clear glass allows light to pass through undisturbed. In essence, Vyasa puja signifies a profound reverence for the Guru's role as a guiding light, a cloud of mercy, and a transparent medium through which the spiritual knowledge and blessings of the Supreme Lord flow to the eager hearts of disciples. It is a celebration of the Guru-disciple relationship, symbolizing transmission of divine wisdom and the journey from ignorance to enlightenment under the loving guidance of the spiritual master. In conclusion, this Vyasa Puja for His Holiness Srila Giriraja Swami is a profound and heartfelt occasion that symbolizes the living tradition of Bhakti Yoga. It highlights the Guru's role in leading aspirants on the path of devotion, connecting them to the timeless wisdom of the Vedas and guiding them towards a deeper understanding of spirituality and divine love. His Holiness Giriraja Swami Maharaj Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Welcome again to everyone to this Vyasa Puja celebration of His Holiness Giriraja Swami Maharaj. I'll be assisting in directing the program as well. So we'll call Manjuali Mataji again to read Guru Maharaj's offering to Srila Prabhupada, and then we'll have the homages. Hare Krishna. My dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my prostrate obeisances at your divine lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace and to your unparalleled service and mercy. When I joined the Boston Temple in 1969, Satswarup Das was the temple president and also the editor of BTG. And he always wanted the articles for the magazine. So I wrote one entitled The Genuine Spiritual Master. And by the time the issue with my article reached you in February of 1971, I was with you in Gorakhpur, India. After reading my article, you called me. The temple room was dimly lit. Only some narrow shafts of light pierced through the slim openings in the wooden shutters along the side. Sitting along on your raised cushion at the far end, you were the very image of the eternal spiritual master, and your voice resonated with the truth of eternal time. I sat at your feet, eyes and ears wide open. I saw your article in Back to Godhead. You said, "It was very nice. You should write. This is your first business. Go on writing. We require many such articles about Krishna consciousness. So you should devote yourself to writing." I will try, I said, but why are you asking me? I have no special qualification. We require many to do this work, so we need you also. So you travel with me and I will guide you. You come and stay with me. I felt thrilled and honored. You had never before given me a direct instruction. In fact, we had hardly ever spoken, and now you were inviting me to stay with you. I felt a little intimidated and wondered how it would work. Also, I had always worked under my authorities. Who would tell them about your proposal? So I asked, how will we decide whether I should travel with you or what I should do? You replied, my mutual consultation, and you instructed me, see that my books are accepted in the universities by the scholarly class. Then you asked if I ever thought of getting married. No, I said, I never think of getting married. And after a moment I added, the only time I ever thought of getting married was when I saw that all the GBCs were married. You will never be GBC, you said. And you continued, it is best to avoid marriage. Sex desire is like an itch. If you have an itch and you scratch it, it just becomes worse. Similarly, sex desire is there, and if you try to satisfy it, it becomes worse. So it is better to tolerate not only sex desire, all the demands of the senses, eating and sleeping also. Better to tolerate, so you remain brahmachari, and after 2 or 3 years, I will give you sannyas. In a matter of 20 minutes, you had given me my whole life's program in Krishna consciousness. I was also always thinking of you then. Sometimes at night, I couldn't even sleep. I would just be thinking of how wonderful you were. I would stand at the balcony near your room and look out over the surrounding fields at the stars and the bright moon. I was in so much ecstasy that you had read my article and invited me to travel with you, and I experienced an awakening in my heart of a type of affection I had never felt before. Over the years, you repeated your instruction for me to write. In a letter to me dated August 12, 1971, you wrote, in the midst of your heavy duties, go on writing something glorifying the Lord and put our philosophy into words. Writing articles means to express oneself, who is understanding the whole philosophy. So this writing is necessary for everyone. In 1973, I sent you my Vyasa puja offering, and on August 23rd, from Bhaktivedanta Manor, you sent me an encouraging note. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter and the nice Vyasa puja offering you sent. I have sent it to Satsvarup Goswami for printing in the BTG. Writing is a very important part of our work, and Satsvarup is always anxious to have new material from the devotees for expanding the BTG. You have a nice talent for writing, and practice makes perfect, so continue. It will be appreciated. Eventually, BTG published my offering, in which I described my first meeting with you and how you had transformed my life. All glories to you, who have given me light to open my eyes, which were firmly shut tight. When we first came to you in the darkness of night, the words from your lips made everything bright. What is your goal, Godhead to find? O God to become? Please make up your mind. If you want to become God, you can't be God now. You can a non-God become God. Please let me know how. God is within you, sitting there in your heart, just waiting for your loving service to start. But if you insist that you want to be Him, you are cheating yourself and you have nothing to win. If the seed of devotion with chanting you sow, then God will give sunlight to help make it grow. But if to become God remains your ambition, why then should God help His own competition? Krishna is God, and God He is always, on Yashoda's lap, or in Dwarka's hallways, or in Kurukshetra, He's God all the same. It's not that by yoga the Lord He became. You are a spark, and God is the fire. You can be godly if you truly desire. Your qualities match His, but the quantity is different, for God's nature is infinite, whereas you are insignificant. I cannot be God, for I truly am small, but He kindly allows me to serve Him, that's all. That is His mercy, transcendent and sweet. Take it, be happy, that's all I entreat. Thus your divine grace I was blessed to meet, and thus I was forced to fall at your feet. You poured nectar-like words through the holes of my ears to clean out my heart and vanquish my fears, arousing within me my love for the Lord, my actual life as His servant restored. Now I beg to remain an individual soul, serving the servant of the one Spirit whole. All glories to you who have given me this, a life that's eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. Take me from the darkness, cold and alone, back to Godhead, back to home. In the recent years, I have edited life's final exam, Death and Dying from the Vedic Perspective, and written Watering the Seed, with teachings from His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Many moons, reflections on departed Vaishnavas. I'll build you a temple, the Juhu story, and now dancing white elephants, traveling with Srila Prabhupada in India, August 1970, March 1972. On this occasion, I pray to you to bless me that I can continue to serve you, the devotees and the world, by writing about Krishna consciousness in the right consciousness. As you wrote in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 19.132, it is certainly not good to write literature for money or reputation, but to write books and publish them for the enlightenment of the general populace is real service to the Lord. That was Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati's opinion, and he specifically told his disciples to write books. He actually preferred to publish books rather than establish temples. Temple construction is meant for the general populace and neophyte devotees, but the business of advanced and empowered devotees is to write books, publish them, and distribute them widely. According to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, distributing literature is like playing on a great mridanga. Consequently, we always request members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness to publish as many books as possible and distribute them widely throughout the world. But by thus following in the footsteps of Srila Rupa Goswami, one can become a Rupanuga devotee. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, your eternal grateful servant, Giriraja Swami.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Manjwali Mataji. We'll now call devotees to present their homages to Guru Maharaj. We first call His Grace Jai Sachinandan Prabhu to please come speak his offering.
Om Jnanatimrindasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshunamlitam Jaina Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Namahom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Prabhupada Priya Shri Giriraja Swamine Subhakta Shastra Vijnana Drida Sadhana Saline Radharasa Bihari Biham Bhakta Vyasa Daine. Dearest Guru Maharaj, on this most auspicious day of your appearance, I have this, please accept this offering. It's a poem. I'm not good at writing like you are, but I'll try. O most venerable and merciful Gurudev, it is only by your causeless gracious blessings are we empowered to serve. In this Kali Yuga, there are no good qualities. This forsaken material world fraught with dualities. Happiness, distress, birth, death, disease, old age, heat and cold. One must learn to tolerate, the good Lord has told. Dedicate this life to the one who knows, to free us from Maya and other formidable foes, envy, lust, anger, and greed. Seeking unsatiated desires, we sow the seed. Our unfulfilled life tottering amid a precarious danger. Cometh the hour, cometh the divine spiritual master, the ultimate game changer. We are indebted to you and we cannot repay. But today we meditate on your Vani and Vapu. 'Tis the only way. So all I ask is your kindly glance on this haughty fool so that he may come around. There is a saying on this most auspicious day, a saintly person's mercy knows no bounds. So all I ask is your kindly glance on this haughty fool so that he may come around. Your servant of the servant, Jai Sachinandan Das, Sri Sri Radharadhanath, Durban, South Africa. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I would like to call Atri Rishi Prabhu to read his Vyasa Puja offering.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we are very fortunate now to welcome His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj Ki. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Giriraja Swami iti namine. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances on this auspicious day of your Vyasa puja. It is said that Vaishnavas are especially merciful on the days of their appearance. Maharaj, I appreciate that you have been very merciful to me by bringing me in contact with my eternal spiritual master, His Holiness Srila Krishna Das Swami Maharaj. But nevertheless, we still want to be even more greedy by requesting the mercy of yourself and your wonderful disciples to please shower us with kindness so that we can advance further in spiritual life. Maharaj, I want to say that before I had your darshan in South Africa, I've read a lot about you in your books, and I was quite surprised that such a amazing personality was actually in South Africa, and I couldn't imagine that the devotees here were so fortunate that such a giant personality was actually here. I was freshly graduated, and it was the early 90s. I really enjoyed listening to you in the question and answers tent, and I concluded that the philosophy of Krishna consciousness is really in the hands of a very, very capable person, and appreciated the way that you answered the questions, Maharaj. I also had the good fortune of reading the wonderful books that you have penned, and I find them very, very inspirational in my spiritual life. And Maharaj, I'd like to thank you for the hard work that you put into preparing these books on Prabhupada. It's really a legend that you're leaving behind, and something that we really, really need. Maharaj, once again, our humble obeisances on this auspicious day. Please always be kind and shower your mercy upon me and my family. We are eternally indebted to you, Maharaj. His Holiness Srila Giriraja Swami Maharaj ki.
Hare Krishna. We would like to call Swarup Damodar Prabhu to read his Vyasa Puja offering.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. The last few days, this has been a thought in my mind for many, many years of listening to His Holiness Giriraja Swami Maharaj speak the pastimes of Krishna, and especially the pastimes about Srila Prabhupada. But especially in the last few days leading up to his Vyasa Puja, this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam became especially relevant. Right at the outset of Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Vyasadeva appreciates the contribution of Srila Sukadeva Goswami, who makes the Srimad Bhagavatam recitation or the hearing of the Srimad Bhagavatam so much more sweeter, even though as it is, it's so relishable by those who are already transcendently situated or liberated. Nigamakalpataro galitam phalam sukhamakad amrita drava samyutam. Because he has tasted it, it sounds even more sweet. And I feel the same whenever I listen to His Holiness Giriraja Swami Maharaj speak pastimes of Krishna, and especially the pastimes of Prabhupada, which are already so sweet and relishable to the ear and to the heart. But hearing him speak it with such faith, such integrity and accuracy especially, leaving no room for any doubt in the presentation, it makes one's heart feel very gladdened and enlivened to hear it coming from his lotus lips. Even though we may have heard the pastimes from him so many times, hundreds of times even, the same pastime, but each time you hear him speak about Srila Prabhupada, it's so wonderful, so relishable. And this, of course, is because undoubtedly His Holiness Giriraja Swami Maharaj is celebrated as someone who very, very lovingly carries Srila Prabhupada in the core of his heart. And so when he does speak the pastimes of Prabhupada, undoubtedly Prabhupada becomes so manifest before us, and those pastimes are so very relishable. So on this day I pray at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada to always grace us. Oops. Hare Krishna. His Holiness Giriraja Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. I was about to say, I pray to Srila Prabhupada on this day to always bless us with the association of His Holiness Giriraja Swami Maharaj, because by that association, Srila Prabhupada's presence will always be so vividly present, felt, and relished by all of us. Thank you very much. His Holiness Giriraja Swami Maharaj ki.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to you. Welcome to your Vyasa puja celebration, and we're so happy that you're here, and also a special thank you and welcome to His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj for being here. And we also have the devotees in Mauritius that are joined in. They are joined by His Holiness Indrajama Swami Maharaj, who is going to be shortly speaking his offering as well. So a big welcome to His Holiness Indrajama Swami Maharaj as well. I don't want to waste any more time. We're eager to hear from Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj. We'd like to hear your offering to Guru Maharaj. So please come through.
Just a note to the devotees on Zoom, as far as possible, please put on your cameras so we can see your moon-like faces, and it will be more personal.
I should look this way. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Giriraja Swami Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Jai. Well, how nice to be with you again, Maharaj. Yes, indeed. You're coming here this year, isn't it? Anyway, we'll see. Okay, let me just carry on and say a few words. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastyatya Deshatarane Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadha Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vanchakalpatarubhyas Chakripas Sindhubhya Evacha Padidanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Okay, well, you know, I had the good fortune of getting a lot of Giriraja Maharaj's association, really a lot, from what it was about a sort of 90, kind of mid-90s or thereabouts. Something like that. And Maharaj was spending a lot of time here in South Africa. And somehow by the grace of the Lord and Maharaj's kindness, and I think, I'm sure actually also Srila Prabhupada's arrangement, that I managed to get really a lot of Maharaj's association, just even a lot of, some of the time, or quite, for a few years it was more or less practically every day we spent time together. I had, you could say, been through a few GBCs before Maharaj came. My first GBC was Shamsundar Prabhu, and he was very busy doing other things, so we really didn't see him. Then the next one was Hansaduta Prabhu, who, you know, I mean, he was, in certain respects, he was very good. At least he got a lot of devotees out on Sankirtan. That was good. Then after him it was Jayatirtha Prabhu. And Jayatirtha, you know, very sort of interesting character. When he was good, he was really good. When he was not good, he was really not good. Unfortunately for him particularly. And then 1982, Gorpanima time, Bhagavan came, and with him came Giriraja Maharaj. And Bhagavan, he was very much a sort of a manager, kind of manipulator, but I'd say a manager. And he was a very kind of, what would you say, dominant type of person. So they were both meant to be co-GBCs, but basically Bhagavan just took over. And we didn't really get to see so much of who Giriraja Maharaj was and how he would do things. But then from 96, was it? Am I right? 96. Then Giriraja Maharaj took over. I think it was 96. Anyway, whatever it was. So, like I said, I was spending a lot of time with him, and he was very different as a GBC, just as a devotee. He was very different from the others in that, well, Swarup Damodar Prabhu put it nicely that just really carrying Prabhupada with him and revealing Prabhupada to us and revealing Prabhupada to me personally, it was a completely different experience to what I'd been used to of the GBC as the manager, pushing this and pushing the devotees and doing this and deciding that, and very managerial. But with Giriraja Maharaj, it was all Prabhupada centered, and I really appreciated that greatly. I mean, really, very, very greatly, actually. And like I said, I consider it was definitely Krishna's mercy, but it was definitely, I feel, Srila Prabhupada's mercy for me and for the others here in ISKCON South Africa, but particularly myself, to really develop a greater understanding and appreciation of Srila Prabhupada. But I've said this sort of thing in other years, other programs of this sort. What I've just been saying now is nothing new, but recently, maybe the last several months or even a year, but something like that, when I've been working on Bhakti Vaibhava, preparing notes, going through Srimad Bhagavatam in detail, page by page, verse by verse, purport by purport, really in depth, and at least, in my own way, really focusing on these things. And I'd already read the Bhagavatam a few times, I think 3 times really, I could say. I'd read the Bhagavatam through. And it was nice, it was really nice. But now this more recently, really studying and going in depth into Prabhupada's every single verse and purport without exception. At least now I've completed the 4th canto, so these first 4 cantos. And it's revealed to me, I would say, it's made it so much clearer to me. Not that I can completely understand, but at least relatively speaking, so much clearer. What a devotee Srila Prabhupada is. And, sometimes we use the old hippie language like blow the mind or that sort of thing, which, it's so stupid actually, but anyway. But it's been a mind-blowing experience, actually, but, it's really been a very revealing experience. And like I said, who am I to say that I understand Prabhupada? I don't understand Prabhupada completely by any means at all. But at least my understanding and appreciation of Srila Prabhupada has really grown. It's really grown, and every day I'm working on this. Every day. And every day I'm just constantly coming across different things and thinking, that's amazing. How Prabhupada expressed this point or that point or revealed something which I'd never thought of about Krishna consciousness, about Krishna. So that's there, but, there's a point beyond just this. The point, which I've been thinking about the last few days or something like that, maybe a couple of weeks, is that Giriraja Maharaj got so much association with Srila Prabhupada, not just got, but by Prabhupada's arrangement, Prabhupada allowed him into his company and on an ongoing basis. And this is something special. This is really something special, that Srila Prabhupada accepted Giriraja Maharaj, you could say, in a certain sense, like an associate, a member of his, what would you say, like his inner circle. Yeah, a real member of his inner circle. And that was Prabhupada's decision. And why would Prabhupada make such a decision? I mean, there are others. Tamal Krishna Goswami, it was also very, very special and very close to Prabhupada and very much accepted by Prabhupada and appreciated. And a few others, not so many others, according to my limited understanding, but I think of all Prabhupada's disciples, pretty much Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Giriraja Maharaj, they occupied special places in Prabhupada's heart. And that means something. It means a lot, actually. Because Prabhupada, he's not just a cheap person, anyone who walks up to him, he just accepts them. But particularly like accepting someone really into his heart as a member of the most inner of inner circles. So it really means something that Srila Prabhupada accepted Giriraja Maharaj like that. It really shows to me that Srila Prabhupada valued Giriraja Maharaj, appreciated him for what he was as a devotee, but also appreciated Giriraja Maharaj for what what he would become as a devotee. Prabhupada could see that this person is really going to develop as, you could say, as a leader in Krishna consciousness, but as a person who's going to be able to carry me forward, my presence forward into my ISKCON, Prabhupada's thinking, into my ISKCON, Prabhupada's ISKCON. So, to me, I personally, I feel this is very important. Everything means something. There's nothing which is just sort of nothing in Krishna consciousness. And particularly in the case of such a unique devotee as Srila Prabhupada, that he would treasure the association of Giriraja Maharaj. And I'm sure that he felt that by giving Giriraja Maharaj so much association, then Giriraja Maharaj was going to carry that forward into ISKCON. And that's what he's been doing, step by step. Giriraja Maharaj is a very step-by-step person, I mean, he's not one to rush into things and just push things through like that. But step by step, he's doing it. You know, I read this book. What's it called now? Give Me a Temple. Huh?
I'll build you a temple.
I'll build you a temple. I'm getting old. I'm becoming expert at forgetting things. But I read the book from beginning to end over a period of just not a long period of time at all. Maybe a bit more than a week, maybe 2 weeks. And I was struck. How, you know, I've read the whole Lilamrita twice at least. And I've read biographies. There's a number of biographies around. I've read Hari Sori's, maybe not all, but a number of his transcendental diaries. And others, you know, Prabhupada in Sweden or Germany, and in Australia and New Zealand, I read that, and in Malaysia. So I've read these biographical type books, but at least as far as I'm concerned, for what it's worth, I found that book about the great struggle for Juhu, I found it, in fact, I would say by far the most revealing book about Srila Prabhupada, by far. You know, I found out so many things I'd never heard of, but which were important, which I thought I knew the story. But presented, you could say expertly, but really presented from the heart. Like Prabhupada's there in the heart, in Maharaj's heart, and Maharaj is doing what I mentioned, like what I feel Prabhupada wants him to do, carrying Prabhupada in his heart and revealing to the devotees who otherwise wouldn't be in the position at all to know about these things and appreciate in such a deep way who is Prabhupada and what a devotee Prabhupada is. So what an experience that was. Amazing experience. So in this way, you know, I feel, well, we know. In fact, I was just reading a few days ago, I forget exactly where it was, but Giriraja Maharaj was saying how Prabhupada had told him, you must write. Make it your first service. And Prabhupada said to him, you must travel with me and write. Giriraja Maharaj, I mean, you know, of course he's been writing more recently, but back in those days he tended to get caught up in other things. But now he's coming forward and writing and presenting Prabhupada in ways which Prabhupada is not available otherwise even in something like the Lilamrita or things like that. So, yeah, just trying to appreciate the value of Srila Prabhupada, what an incredibly unique person on behalf of Lord Chaitanya, Srila Prabhupada is, but how Giriraja Maharaj was given access to Prabhupada by Prabhupada, and what it indicates, among other things, about what Prabhupada thought about Giriraja Maharaj. So that's my sort of new realization, you could say, for this year. And I hope you don't mind me saying these things, Giriraj Maharaj. You know, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at this funny little camera, and I can't see you. But anyway, oh, I can see you now. Yeah, so I feel this is very important. I feel this is extremely important. And I feel, and even I know that myself having had that opportunity those years back for that period of time of having Giriraj Maharaj's personal association, you know, oftentimes just on a daily basis, and hearing so much, his experiences with Prabhupada and his realizations and understandings from those experiences with Prabhupada, then it has made me feel that it was Prabhupada's special mercy for me to have that closeness and those revelations. So thank you very much for that, Giriraj Maharaj. Thank you so much for giving me that association. Since, you know, whenever it's been, since your health situation, I've had a bit of your association, but not a lot. I really must make a greater effort, because I wouldn't want to, you know, bother you. But I really should get more of your association. It's extremely valuable, and I need it. So anyway, thank you, Maharaj, for being who you are. Thank you for being like a special kind of representative of Srila Prabhupada. And thank you for now, step by step, revealing these things so nicely. It's amazing, and it's wonderful. Hare Krishna. Giriraja Swami Maharaj Ki Jai.
Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Thank you, His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj. Your talk was very inspiring and encouraging, and feel even more than before the necessity of my, giving Srila Prabhupada to the devotees and to the world. And I miss you all now. I'm feeling so much separation from South Africa. It's in my mind. I mean, I've been going to India every year now, but I will also have to make a trip to South Africa and get your association. Thank you very, very much. And my God brothers, I mean, are my life and soul. I mean, with the association of my God brothers, I'm able to realize more about Srila Prabhupada and serve him better. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, thank you, Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj, for that sweet offering and for sharing your latest realizations. We'd also like to welcome His Grace Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu. Welcome, Prabhu. And again, a special welcome to His Holiness Indrajimna Swami Maharaj, who's joining us from Mauritius. They're also celebrating Giriraja Maharaj's Vyasa puja there. Thank you, Maharaj, for being there and being with us. It's adding such auspiciousness to this program. So we welcome you to please speak now and speak your offerings to Maharaj.
I'd like to request that we wait a minute. I just have to do something. I'll be right back.
Study time, chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Indra Swami Maharaj, you may please start your offering now. Yes, Maharaj, please begin.
Maharaj, can you hear us? Can you hear it? You want to turn? Technical problem here. Is the sound coming through this? Yes. Okay. Maybe we can just move it closer. So that's it. Yes. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Really?
Sorry?
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to turn up the volume. Turn up the volume.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I was thinking it's quarter of faith that we were supposed to be in Mexico.
Yes.
But we're meeting here online in Mauritius. And it's very wonderful to be here speaking with all of your disciples. I don't know, there must be people on the go there to see me. But I have a tendency to glorify you and all of your service to the Bhagavad. I actually spoke for 1 hour already about you. I could go on for many hours, but as usual, on this, one of my favorite days in the year actually, I remember we were in Houston 2 years ago. That was a wonderful meal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And often, so I'll read that to you. My dearest Godmother, Giriraja Swami, please accept my most humble obeisances at the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. In regard to yourself, Maharaj, I do not hesitate to use exalted terms like the dust of your lotus feet. Because to me, you represent the epitome of what I aspire to become one day, a fully surrendered disciple of our illustrious spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. In every way, you embody this perfect representative. And thus, in my eyes, you are also a flawless representative of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This may seem like a profound statement for a Bhagavad, but it is nonetheless true, as confirmed in completely cultured as a qualified Brahmin, possessed exemplary character, and was resolute in his quest to understand the absolute truth. He served venerable personalities as a humble servant, acted as a father to the needy, displayed brotherly affection towards his peers, and regarded his teachers, spiritual mentors, and senior godbrothers as no less than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, you are worthy of my worship. In fact, not to honor you as an exalted Godbrother would be foolish. The Bhagavad Purana Uttarakhanda, cited in the purport to Srimad Bhagavatam 11:17-37, explicitly states, quote, "Those who worship Lord Govinda, who do not worship his devotees, should not be known as devotees. They should be known only as pretenders." In my view, you are the most accomplished speaker on Srimad Bhagavatam amongst the living. To make an ability to embellish the lectures, captivating anecdotes and experiences from their times with Srila Prabhupada. These memories endure the test of time due to your profound love and divine grace. My heart holds a deep affection for Srila Prabhupada and his mission in this world. Therefore, I take notes regularly as per Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's final instructions. Quote, "All of you, please preach fervently about Sri Rupa and Sri Lokanath. Our ultimate desire is to become harmless of dust of the lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami's followers." You, Maharaj, You, Maharaj, are one such follower, and I follow in your footsteps. By adhering to this principle, I am assured of success. I am confident in this, for in a letter to me in 1971, Sri Prabhupada wrote, quote, "Please continue to follow all the rules and regulations, and 16 bounds of the Mahamatra Deva, and always follow in the footsteps of advanced devotee. Then in time, I will accept you as my duly and distributed disciple." I diligently followed your Prabhupada's instructions and was subsequently initiated. I continue to uphold these instructions to attain the purpose of my initiation, pure, unwavering love to Radha and Krishna. As you play a pivotal role in my journey toward this goal, I proudly declare myself a follower of my dear friend and well-wisher, Giriraja Swami. I believe your disciples will rejoice to hear this, and thus I seek their blessings as well. Shakala Vaishnava Pade Mora Namaskara, Eki Kichu Aparana Nahuka Amara, Hoyachen Hoyan Kabur Jato Bhakti Vrinda, Bandana Kori Shabara Charanar Vinda. I offer my respectful obeisances on the lotus feet of all Vaishnavas. praying I will not commit offenses in my attempts to please them. To all Vaishnavas who have ever been, and to all Vaishnavas who will ever be, I offer my obeisances to the Lotus feet. The poet Devakinandan Das. Maharaj, although our meetings are infrequent these days, you remain close to my heart, for our hearts beat in unison in our commitment to fulfill Srila Prabhupada's mission in this world. And what is that mission? Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj made it unequivocal in his commentary on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And therein he wrote, in the teachings of Srimad Mahaprabhu, there are only two principal instructions. Develop a taste for chanting the holy names and show compassion to fallen souls. I am truly amazed that despite your advanced age, your preaching continues to expand in diverse ways. Each day when I open my computer, the first thing I do is eagerly seek out the delightful announcements, which invariably begin with, quote, I have scheduled the following programs, to which you are welcome to join on Zoom, YouTube, or Facebook. Most programs will run from an hour to an hour and a half. The starting times are Pacific time. I know what you're doing. And your literary contributions, when do you find time on? You diligently chant your 16 rounds every morning. I love when you smile as you glance at the camera to greet those who join in these sessions. You are engrossed in your scheduled programs, frequently hosting guests at your ashram, and truly many devotees write to you seeking guidance. My realization is that the many books you have authored are a testament to your unwavering adherence to the instructions of our beloved spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. Indeed, in a letter to your dear friend, Satguru Maharaj, written on February 28, 1972, Srila Prabhupada commented as follows, quote, you ask a question about the nature of books I want you to write as my disciples. In Krishna consciousness, there are no limitations. Great personalities like the Goswamis wrote numerous books. Vishwanath Thakur and all the retired authored books. And I too am writing books. Similarly, my disciples will also write. Please you remember me from time to time, Maharaj. You received Srila Prabhupada's mercy at an early stage in your spiritual journey. It is a blessed fact that when reflecting on your presence as a guest at a program in Boston during the early days of our movement, Prabhupada actually prayed that may this young man become your devotee. The blessings of a pure devotee never go in vain. When the recipient is sincere, you are living proof of this. And we all thank you for your unwavering dedication to keep your Prabhupada and his mission in this world. May Srila Prabhupada continue to shower his blessings upon you until you attain perfection. I think that moment is not far away. Unbroken, complete sleep day, Shishti Vaishnava Sudhi, but Puryatama Mahabharata, Vayakana. The Vedas say that to the loyal disciple, one may see the confidential secret. Therefore, O most fortunate one, now please hear the glorious of Goloka. To chapter 1. Your friend, your servant, and always your admirer in this one.
Hi. Thank you, Maharaj, for that wonderful offering. Yeah, I remember when we were together in Houston for my Vyasa puja. It was quite extraordinary. And I also think of our pact that we made in Mauritius, that neither of us would go back to Godhead without the other. And that is definitely working in my favor. So I'm glad.
I'm just waiting for that day, you know?
And yeah, so it's just sort of a random memory, but once we were at Sri Hari Prabhu's place for prasad, and he kept bringing out more and more items, and we didn't know what to expect, and we'd ask, is this all? And he would say yes, but then he would bring more. And I looked at you and you said, well, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, one should not eat too much or eat too little. So today we're focusing on not eating too little. So, yeah. Thank you for your love and friendship and all that you do for Srila Prabhupada and the Sankirtan movement, and I'm eternally indebted to you. And I'm glad about that, because that means I'll always be associated with you, trying to repay my debt. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your divine grace. Guru Maharaj, our next speaker is His Grace Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu. He is a stalwart disciple of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada and resident devotee of Sri Sri Radha Radhanath Temple. I would like to welcome His Holiness Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu to speak.
Hare Krishna. Does the sound okay?
It's great.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Giriraja Swami Niti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschadya Deshatarane. The last time Giriraj Swami was physically here for his Vyasa puja, I read this poem, and it was written by Giriraj Das Brahmachari, and it was printed in Back to Godhead number 64 in 1974. So one of the 26 qualities of the devotee is that he's a poet, kavi. And Srila Prabhupada asked that it be printed in Back to Godhead because he appreciated this poem very much. All glories to you who have given us light, to open our eyes which were firmly shut tight. When we first came to you in the darkness of night, the words from your lips made everything bright. What is your goal? Godhead to find, or God to become? Please make up your mind. If you want to become God, you can't be God now. Can a non-God become God? Please let me know how. God is within you, sitting here in your heart, just waiting for your loving service to start. But if you insist that you want to be Him, you're cheating yourself and have nothing to win. If the seed of devotion with chanting you sow, then God will give us sunlight to help make it grow. But if to become God remains your ambition, why then should God help his own competition? Krishna is God, and God he is always, on Yashoda's lamp or in Dwarka's hallways. Or in Kurukshetra, he is God all the same. If not that by yoga, it's not that by yoga the Lord he became. You are a spark, and God is the fire, and you can be godly if you truly desire. Your qualities match his, but the quantity is different. For God's nature is infinite, whereas you're insignificant. I cannot be God, for I truly am small, but he kindly allows me to serve him, that's all. That is his mercy, transcendent and sweet. Take it, be happy, that's all I entreat. Thus, your divine grace, we were blessed to meet, and thus we were forced to fall at your feet. You poured nectar-like words through the holes in our ears to clean out our hearts and vanquish our fears, arousing within us our love for the Lord, our actual life, his servant restored. Now we beg to remain individual souls, serving the servant of the one Spirit whole. All glories to you who have given us this, a life that's eternal, full of knowledge and bliss, taking us from the darkness, cold and alone, back to Godhead, back to home. This is written by Giriraja Das Brahmachari, and it appeared in Back to Godhead 1974. And it says at the end of the article, Giriraja Das, the son of a Massachusetts lawyer, is a graduate of Brandeis University and is president of ISKCON Center in Bombay. His Holiness Giriraja Swami Ki.
I should mention that poem was
it's breaking up and I can't hear.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yes, the poem is, you could say, a paraphrase of the first meeting with Srila Prabhupada in Boston. Yeah, I began, he spoke and then he asked for questions. And I said, there's so many swamis and gurus, and each one recommends a different process. So how do I know which is best? And Srila Prabhupada's response was brilliant. He asked, what is your goal? Do you want to serve God or do you want to become God? Because I was asking what is the best means, but the best means to what end? Srila Prabhupada asked that question. And the fact is that at that stage, I wanted to become God, but Srila Prabhupada removed that false ambition and gave a brilliant answer, which I sort of paraphrased in the poem. And then I surrendered and been happily serving him ever since, in the good association of my beloved God brothers.
In 1972, I was staying in the Laguna Beach Temple, and Karandar was the president in Los Angeles. And Prabhupada wanted some, I think I was the second wave of Western devotees to go to India. And he called me and they sent us to Bombay. And of course I had read the Krishna book several times and I wanted to go to Vrindavan. But we landed in Juhu and it was quite a shock. It was quite austere, very, very difficult. Mosquitoes, rats. There was no temple. We had a very crude shelter. Toilets were a hole in the ground. And but Giriraja Swami was following Prabhupada's instruction. When I was at Bhaktivedanta Manor, Tamal Krishna Maharaj was giving a talk. And of course the deities at Bhaktivedanta Manor are Radha Gokulananda. And Tamal Krishna Maharaj said that there are 4 sets of deities that Prabhupada liked the most. Radha Gokulananda, Radha Landaneshwara, Rukmini Dwarkadish, and Radha Rasabihari. And although they were all his favorites, Prabhupada always carried a photo of Radha Rasabihari. And this project was most dear to Srila Prabhupada. And it was extremely difficult. And we were Westerners. We didn't know you couldn't drink the tap water. And I remember one time we had hired a cook because we didn't know how to cook on coal fires. And the cook had made upma, and there was the end of a beedi butt in the upma. I mean, there's so many things. It was extremely difficult, very humid, lots of mosquitoes. And then there was all the political things with Mr. Nair and his cronies trying to cheat us and halt the construction. But since this temple was so dear to Srila Prabhupada and Giriraja Swami, he surrendered to Srila Prabhupada's will to build the temple. We had a similar project here. It wasn't quite so austere. But I've read the books about the construction of the temple and Giriraja Swami being so courageous and pushing and fighting all the obstacles to build the temple. And it was a great victory for everyone, for ISKCON, for Srila Prabhupada, and for His Holiness Giriraja Swami. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you for your guidance and your association. His Holiness Giriraja Swami Ki.
Thank you for reminding me of those wonderful times, although they were austere. I mean, the situation was austere, but we were there to serve Srila Prabhupada, and we knew that he was pleased that we were making the effort to fulfill his desire to build the temple for Sri Radha Rasabihari. It was all worth it, millions of times over. And the association of dear God brothers like you made it all so much the better. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, my dear devotees, again, I will leave for just a minute.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. As we continue to celebrate this auspicious Vyasa Puja gathering in honor of His Holiness Giriraja Swami, we are truly blessed to hear an audio homage next from His Holiness Parthasarathi Das Goswami. Let us all tune in to this divine offering. Hare Krishna. As we continue to celebrate this auspicious Vyasa Puja gathering in honor of His Holiness Giriraja Swami, we are truly blessed to hear an audio homage next from His Holiness Parthasarathi Das Goswami. Let us tune into this divine offering.
Offer my respects to my senior godbrother, His Divine Grace Srila Giriraja Maharaj. This is Parthasarathi Das Goswami attempting to glorify a most exalted soul and beloved disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Last year, I had the very good fortune of receiving Srila Giriraja Maharaj at my humble bhajan kutia at Govardhan Hill. When he arrived, we discuss various topics, but very quickly I began to experience an extremely vivid and strong connection and realization of Srila Prabhupada's presence. It was something mystical and spiritual. But for the period that Giriraja Swami was sitting in front of me, I had deep thoughts of our Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. I can only attribute this to the fact that permeating from Giriraja Maharaj's devotion, character, and attitude was his attachment to Srila Prabhupada, and somehow or other it overflowed into me. I felt it very strongly, very prominently, and also I got quite emotional. This exchange I will remember till the time I die. This simply goes to prove that Srila Giriraja Maharaj is a bona fide link to Srila Prabhupada, who of course is a bona fide link to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta and our Guru Parampara. We cannot separate Giriraja Maharaj from Srila Prabhupada. We cannot separate Srila Prabhupada from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta and our Guru Parampara. It is a chain. And Giriraja Swami is a very substantial and thick chain in that link that goes all the way to Bhaktivinoda and Rupan Raghunath. The ultimate link is to Rupan Raghunath, therefore we are referred to as Rupanugas. We pray that we can become the eternal servants of Rupa Goswami in the spiritual world. And properly respect and develop attachment for the links from Rupa Manjari down to Srila Prabhupada and personalities like Srila Giriraja Maharaj. I humbly request and encourage all of Srila Giriraja Maharaj's disciples to continue increasing their attachment to him by following his instructions, by reading about his activities, and if possible even serving him in a personal capacity. As our faith in our Guru develops, so the quantity of mercy increases. It is like a pipe, or rather a conduit, from the Guru, Srila Giriraja Maharaj, to his disciples. If the conduit is small, then some mercy comes, but if the conduit is, the diameter of the conduit is wide, more mercy will come. But if that conduit is somewhat blocked by the stones of anatta, pratista, desire for name and fame, or desire for labha, material gain, or desire for puja, worship, or nisirachara, behavior which is not appropriate for a disciple, or kutinata, a tendency to engage in diplomacy, or jiva himsa, envy of other devotees, then upasaka gana, these block the conduit and reduce the amount of mercy that may come. So the more faith one has in Srila Giriraja Maharaj, the more mercy will flow. And since he is receiving abundant mercy from Srila Prabhupada, who is receiving abundant, unlimited mercy from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, Srila Gokishore, Bhaktivinoda, all the way back to Rupa and Raghunath. This is the process. So I congratulate all the disciples, well-wishers of Srila Giriraja Maharaj, and encourage you to continue working within the parameter of the ISKCON mission, serving Guru and Gauranga. Also, on a personal note, Srila Giriraja Maharaj has been very friendly to me and given me such good advice over the many years. I see him as my Siksha Guru. And as Prabhupada's Siksha and Diksha Guru are equal and identical manifestations of Krishna's mercy. Srila Giriraja Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, our Guru Parampara ki jai, Srila Rupa Raghunath ki jai, Go Premanandi.
Hare Krishna. So we thank His Holiness Parthasarathi Maharaj for that deep offering. So now we're very happy to invite Giriraja Maharaj to address us. So Guru Maharaj, please, will you say some, whatever you like.
Om Jnana Timirandasya Dhyananjana Salakaya Sunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Panchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Chitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's been a very humbling and purifying experience to listen to my dear God brothers speak. We are made of Srila Prabhupada's mercy, and part of his mercy is the association of his other disciples, my dear God brothers. In speaking about Vyasa puja, Srila Prabhupada would explain that just as knowledge comes down through parampara from Krishna, in our parampara from Krishna to Brahma to Narada to Vyasa and so on, through disciplic succession. Similarly, the praise and glorification and appreciation offered to the spiritual master also are transmitted up through parampara. I would say first and foremost, in my case, to Srila Prabhupada, and then from Srila Prabhupada to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and all the way back to Krishna. Srila Prabhupada instructed me to write on numerous occasions, and I've, taken that to heart. When I joined the Boston Temple in 1969, Sasrupa Das was the temple president and also the editor of Back to Godhead. And he always wanted articles for the magazine. So I wrote one entitled The Genuine Spiritual Master. And by the time the issue with my article reached Srila Prabhupada in February of 1971, I was with him in Gorakhpur, India. And he told me, I saw your article in Back to Godhead. It was very nice. You should write. This is your first business. Go on writing. You require many, many such articles about Krishna consciousness, so you should devote yourself to writing. And over the years, Srila Prabhupada repeated the same instruction for me to write. In a letter to me dated August 12, 1971, he wrote, in the midst of your heavy duties, go on writing something glorifying the Lord and put our philosophy into words. Writing articles means to express oneself, how he is understanding the whole philosophy. So this writing is necessary for everyone. And in 1973, I sent him my Vyasa puja offering, the poem that His Grace Ramanujacharya Prabhu read. And in response, Srila Prabhupada sent me an encouraging note, quote, I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter and the nice Vyasa puja offering you sent. I have sent it to Satsvarupa Goswami for printing in the BTG. Writing is a very important part of our work, and Satsvarupa is always anxious to have new material from the devotees for expanding the BTG. You have a nice talent for writing, and practice makes perfect, so continue. It will be appreciated. Now, in recent years, I've edited Life's Final Exam, Death and Dying from the Vedic Perspective, and written Watering the Seed, with teachings from His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Many Moons, Reflections on Departed Vaishnavas. I'll Build You a Temple, The Jew Story. And now, Dancing White Elephants, traveling with Srila Prabhupada in India, August 1970 to March 1972. So I pray to Srila Prabhupada and to all of you to bless me that I can continue the service of writing to the satisfaction of Srila Prabhupada and for the benefit of the devotees. In Srila Prabhupada's purport to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 19, text 132, he wrote, quote, it is certainly not good to write literature for money or reputation, but to write books and publish them for the enlightenment of the general populace is real service to the Lord. That was Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's opinion. He specifically told his disciples to write books. He actually preferred to publish books rather than establish temples. Temple construction is meant for the general populace and neophyte devotees. Of course, temple construction is also important, and Srila Prabhupada put a lot of effort into building the temple in Juhu. But still, he's making a point here. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati actually preferred to publish books rather than establish temples. Temple construction is meant for the general populace and neophyte devotees. But the business of advanced and empowered devotees is to write books, publish them, and distribute them widely. According to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, distributing literature is like playing on a great mridanga. Consequently, we always request members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness to publish as many books as possible and distribute them widely throughout the world. By thus following in the footsteps of Srila Rupa Goswami, one can become a Rupanuga devotee. So His Holiness Parthasarathi Das Goswami, in his deep and shastric and heartfelt offering, mentioned becoming Rupanuga devotees. And, there are many ways in which one can be a Rupanuga devotee. There are different levels to that. But here Srila Prabhupada is saying that we can become, by following the footsteps of Rupa Goswami, by writing books, one can become a Rupanuga devotee. So, I feel humbled and honored and purified by hearing the kind words spoken by the God brothers. And I look forward to serving Srila Prabhupada and all of you life after life. And I don't know if we're going to end just now, but I feel it would be appropriate to conclude with Vaishnava Pranam. Let us offer our respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, who are just like desire trees, who can fulfill the desires of everyone. They are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Panchakalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhibhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Shiva Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. We deeply appreciate the gem of spiritual wisdom that you mercifully have given us on this most auspicious day of your Vyasa puja. His Holiness Giriraja Swami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Next on our program is a presentation of His Holiness Giriraja Maharaj's new book. In 1971, Srila Prabhupada instructed Guru Maharaj that you should write. This is your first business. Go on writing. We are about to see a presentation prepared on the new book, Dancing White Elephant. Now we will hear about this presentation which has been prepared by Sudama Prabhu and his team.
book is a page turner to the highest degree. Once you begin, you just can't put it down.
In 1971, Srila Prabhupada directed young Giriraj Brahmachari, "You should write. This is your first business," an instruction he repeated over the years. Now, 52 years after Srila Prabhupada's order, and following both His Divine Grace's instruction that one may temporarily suspend the order of the spiritual master, but one should never neglect it, and his example that just like my Guru Maharaj gave me the order to write, though I have no time, I am always thinking of his order, and when the opportunity arises, I will take it up again. Giriraja Swami has written his 5th book, Dancing White Elephants. Traveling with Srila Prabhupada in India, August 1970 to March 1972. Covering visits to Amritsar, Indore, Surat, Bombay, Calcutta, Allahabad, Gorakhpur, Delhi, Madras, and Mayapur. In some 400 pages of text and 17 images, Dancing White Elephants, with the foreword by Malati Dasi, who was present for most of the adventures, will captivate the minds and hearts of readers and increase their attachment to and love for Srila Prabhupada and his white elephants, his disciples who helped him in his mission.
Through Maharaj's carefully chosen words, you will see the exquisite sights and feel like you are living the experiences that were part of establishing the Hare Krishna movement in India. You will meet incredible devotees who became pillars of this movement through their own storied spiritual growth and advancement, and be introduced to seemingly ordinary persons whose lives became transformed by contact with Prabhupada and his dancing white elephants, just as he envisioned.
That was nice. That was very nice. My thanks to Sudama Prabhu and the team.
As we continue to celebrate this auspicious Vyasa Puja gathering in honor of His Holiness Giriraja Swami, our next item on the program is the cake cutting ceremony. Thank you very much to Karuna Shakti Mataji and Gaura Premi Mataji for making such a stunning cake. Our heartfelt appreciation for such a lovely cake as an offering to Guru Maharaj. We would like to welcome His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj and Ramanuja Prabhu to please cut the cake.
Krishna? Yeah? Yeah, just a sec.
I agree with it. Not a bit angry. But I have done the forms, but think of it.
Very good.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hare Krishna. So we hope you were pleased with that cake, Guru Maharaj. We hope you enjoyed it.
I did.
So now we'll have Guru Puja, and Guru Maharaj has very mercifully agreed to stay online while we offer this Guru Puja to him. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna devotees, you may now rise for Guru Puja. We'll take a few minutes to set up. Yeah. Also, if a few Prabhus can quickly set away the chairs, that will also help the whole Guru Puja proceeding. Hare Krishna.
Giriraj Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, Jaya Giriraj Maharaj. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Andamai Savadana Mate. Andamai Savadana Mate. Yahara Prasade Bhai Bhavatoriya Jahai. Yahara Prasade Bhai Bhavatoriya Jahai. Krishna Prapti Hoya Krishna Prapti Hoya Guru Mukha Padmavatya Chitete Koriya Kya. Guru Mukha Padmavatya Chitete Koriya Kya. Aranat kori ho mane asha. Arana kori ho mane asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. De prasade pure sarvasha. ye prasade pure sarva acha चतुदान दिलो जे जन्म जन्म प्रभु से चतुदान दिलो जे जन्म जन्म प्रभु से विज्ञान दे प्रकाशित विज्ञान दे प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति हाते अभिजा विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति हाते अभिजा विनाश जाते वेद गायार चरिता वेद गायार चरिता श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अगमा जनारा बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अगमा जनारा बंधु अपना चतरा जीवाना अपना चतरा जीवाना प्रभु तोरो दयाम मोर पद प्रभु करो दयाम मोर पद बेटा किस प्रभु बना बेटा किस प्रभु बना शिला गिरिराज पतित पवना जय गिरिराज महाराज गिरिराज महाराज गिरिराज महाराज जय गिरिराज महाराज जय गिरिराज महाराज गिरिराज महाराज गिरिराज महाराज जय गिरिराज महाराज Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada. Vishnu Padaya, Vishnu Prastaya, Bhutale, Samata Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Nityanamine. Namaste Saraswati Deva Purvani Pracharine Nivas Vyasa Achana Body Pachkata Disatariness Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Giriraja, 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 Jaya Giriraja. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Stottara Sarasri Srimad Giriraj Swami Maharaj ki Srila Giriraj Swami Maharaj Vyasa Puja Mahotsava ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Stottara Sarasri Srimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Iskan Samstapakacharya Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhana ki Vrindavan Dhama ki Mayapur Navadvip Dhama ki Ganga Mai ki Yamuna Mai ki Bhakti Devi ki Tulsi Maharani ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki His Holiness Srila Giriraj Swami Maharaj ki His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj ki His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj ki Shri Vyasa Puja Mahotsava ki. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Gaura Premanande Shri Shri Radha Radhanath Shriman Mahaprabhu ki Shri Giriraj Govardhan ki Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you all for joining us on this most ecstatic and inspired program of the Vyasa Puja celebrations of His Holiness Srila Giriraj Swami Maharaj. We were indeed very, very fortunate to have the direct association of Maharaj and of course His Holiness Indradyumna Swami and the devotees from Mauritius, Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj, Ramanujacharya Prabhu, and of course a wonderful offering from His Holiness Parthasarathy Maharaj as well. So now the curtains have opened for the 7 o'clock arati, which we should observe as well with kirtan and prayer. But in the meantime, prasad is being set up for everyone's honoring. So as soon as the arati is over, please do make your way down for prasadam. Thank you to Guru Maharaj for your wonderful mercy and the time spent with us. We are very, very much grateful for your presence here today and of course your presence in all of our lives. His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj ki. Where's Manjawali? You wanted to do something, Manjawali? It's over? Hare Krishna.
There you go. Jaya Jayo Guru Chande Arati ko Shobha Jayo Jaya Guru Chande Arati ko Shobha Janavita Jagumaniloba আছে গোল চায় রত্ন শ্মশানে আরতি করে না ব্রহ্মা আধিদেব গানে আরতি করে না ব্রহ্মা আধিদেব গানে হরি আধি করি চমর ধুলায়া হরি আধি করি চমর দুলায়া সঞ্জয়া মুকুন্দ বাসু কোষাধিকায়া সঞ্জয়া মুকুন্দ বাসু কোষাধিকায়া शंका भजे गंध भजे भजे करताला शंका भजे गंध बाजे भजे करताला हे मधुरा मृदंग भजे परमरसाला मधुरा मृदंग भजे मधुरा मृदंग भजे परमरसाला हे शंख भजे घंटा भजे मधुर 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 भजे हे शंख भजे घंटा भजे मधुर 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 भजे 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 शंख भजे घंटा भजे मधुर 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 भजे
बाहु कोटि चंद्र जिनी बदन उजाला गलदेशे वनमाला कोरे जानमाला गाल गलदेशे वनमाला कोरे जानमाला गल शिवा सुकना राधा प्रेम गदगा सुख नाराधा प्रेम गदगा भक्ति विनोद के गोरा संपाधा भक्त हे भक्ति विनोद देखे गोरा संपाधा गोर चंदे आरती को शोभा श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। की बजायो जय गोर चंदे आरती को शोभा जानवी तत बने जगमान लोभा जानवी तत बने जगमान लोभा हे गौरंगे आरती को शोभा जगधन मान लोभा गौरंगे गौरंगे आरती को शोभा जगधन मान लोभा जगतन मान लोभा हे जगतन मान लोभा हे जगतन
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Rama Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Radha, 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 Radhe. Hey Radha, 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 Radhe. Jai Radhe, 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 Sri Radhe, Jai Radhe. His Holiness Giriraja Swami Maharaj